Hello, this is Lucas, and in this video I'm going to be going over effects in JavaFX. So I'm only going to be going over two effects. There are a lot of effects available. There's a lot of resources online where you can check out all the other effects available. But I'm only going to go over two of them, and I hope this video can just explain how we can use effects, and it's up to you to get to know how to use all the other effects, but I hope this video can help just to understand. So this is my JavaFX program that we have at the moment. We have obviously the start method, and then I have our main layout as a VBox, and then all I'm doing is I'm just calling this load method, which will load up this method, and this is where we are going to be running all of our code. So we are going to start off with the Gaussian blur, which is one of my favorites actually, because it's just super cool. So what we can do is we can use this effect on anything really. It can be a layout, or it can be like a UI component like a label or a button. So in this example we'll just use a basic label just to see how it works. So I'm going to create a label. We'll do label text is equal to new label. Okay, we'll give it some name, so we'll do text dot set text dot set text, and we'll give a value of subscribe. Hint hint, right? And I guess there's no point of setting the font or anything like that, so we'll just leave that out. There's no point doing that. So now we can actually create our effect. So we are going to be doing a Gaussian blur. Then we'll just give it any name. I'll just say effect for now. We'll equal that to a new Gaussian blur. Not blue, but blur. Okay, so just like that we have created our effect. So now we can set the radius of this effect. So what radius do we want this effect to affect this label? Okay, so what we can do is we can do effect dot set radius, and then we can just give any value. I'll just do 2 for now. Okay, and now to apply this effect onto our component, our label, all we have to do is we have to call what component we want to apply the effect on. So we'll do a text. Then all we have to do is just do set effect, and then we just specify the effect that we have created here. And just like that, we have added this effect here onto this label here, just like that. But now we need to add this label into our layout, into our VBox, so which is named root. So all we have to do is we have to call that. We have to call root dot get children dot add, and then we just have to add in our component. We don't have to add in our effect, because the way it works is we create our component and we add an effect onto it, right? And then we add it here, and then all we have to do is we have to add the component. We don't have to add the effect in the root. Just like that, we have created our effect. You can see a bit of it. Let's add the changes to 5. And I'm also going to add a font now that I think about it, just to make it a bit bigger so we can see. So we'll just do set font, and then we'll create a new font. So we'll do font. Then let's see, we'll give it a font of Calibri. We'll add some font weight onto this. So we'll do font weight dot black. Then we'll do font posture, which will be italic, and then we'll just give it a size of 20, just so we can see, make this text a bit bigger. Now you can see that the text is kind of blurred out. That's because we have added this effect. So this is what the Gaussian blur effect does. It just adds this blur around any component. This can be any component at all. Like we can add this effect onto our root as well. So if we do root dot set effect, we can also add this effect onto here. So if I remove this from now, then we add this in, you can see that we get this effect, even though we don't set the effect on our label, but we set it on our VBox, and every component that is in our VBox will have this effect. So you can see we set the vertical box, we set the effect to this Gaussian blur, but then we added this text as a component in our VBox. So every single component that we add will have the same effect as our root. So just take that into account. Right, so that's the first effect. The second one I'm going to be going over is lighting. Alright, so let's just remove this, we don't need any of this. So yeah, this is the other one that we're going to be going over, and we're going to use an image now just to make it a bit different. So we'll do image equal to a new image, then we specify an image that we have. Now whenever you specify an image, so I'm going to specify mrbean.png. Kind of important, but this is just normal Java, this isn't JavaFX, but if we want to specify a image, it will always look for the image in, the directory that it will look for the image is in source. So make sure your image is in source, not in a package. Alright, because if it's in a package, you have to specify the package. So you'll have to do, for example, application. Alright, but if you don't want to do that, just place the image inside of the source folder. Okay, and then we don't have to specify anything else. We just have to specify the name. Okay, and then we need to convert this image into an image view, so JavaFX can actually use it. So image view, we can give it any name. I'm just going to say image, go to a new image view. Then we just have to specify our image, which is just image. Okay, next we can actually, we can set the, sure, why not? Let's set the image, we don't need to actually. Alright, so next thing, we are going to create our effect. So the one that we're using is lighting, and we can just give it any name. Lighting is equal to new lighting. Okay, so just like that we have created our first effect. Okay, but now with the lighting effect, there is a light effect that we have to add onto it. Okay, so whenever we want to use the lighting effect, we have to use another effect on top of that. So lighting just says, okay, we want to add lighting to a component. So for example, we're going to be adding lighting onto image. Okay, but we can't just add lighting. We have to specify what kind of lighting we want to add. So there's three different lightings. There's light distance, light spot, and light point. All three of them light up the component in different ways. So we're just going to be using one of them, which is going to be light point. So in order to create a light effect, we do light, then we specify what one we want. So there you go, you can see there's three, so we can use any three of these. I'm going to use a point for this example, and then we'll just create light, equal that to a new light dot point. Okay, and just like that, our light effect is created. So these two are the most important things, right? The lighting, and then what type of lighting, right? We're using light point. So now we need to, firstly, let's set where we want this light to be. So we'll do light dot set y, then we'll give a value, I'll just say 20. We'll do light dot set y, we did y, x, do that as 20, and then we'll do one more, light dot set, and we'll do z. Just for this example, let's use -100, just so we can see how it actually works. Now once we have the light created, so the light effect, now we need to add this light effect onto lighting. So the way we do that is we do lighting dot set light, and then we just have to specify the light effect to be created. So light point, so just light. And then all we have to do is we have to add this lighting onto our image here. So the way we'll do that is we'll specify the image like last time. So we'll do image dot set effect, and then we just have to specify lighting. Okay, And then simply we just need to add this to our root VBox. So we'll do root.get children.add and image, just like that. Okay, so whenever I run this, you'll see what happens. So this is how the light works. Okay, you can see our image is just black. All right, that's not the actual image. That's because our light is behind our component. Right, so if it's behind our component, we can't see the front of it. There's no light there. So if we place our light in front of the image, you'll see now that the image is actually showing up. It's still a bit dark. Okay, so we can adjust this. Let's just add another 0 onto this, and this will show up the image how it's supposed to be, just like that. Okay, so the light here, the light Z, it's like on the Z index, right? So if it's a minus, you know, the light will be behind our image, so we won't be able to see the front. And if it's a positive number here, then it'll be in front of the image. The light will be in front of the image, so we can see the front of the image. It works just like the sun. Imagine this is like a sun. Okay. So yeah, so that's about it for this video. Hope this video helped. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.